Hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to kind of reminisce a little bit about the announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is May 20th and it is the 3-year anniversary of the announcement from, Zack Snyder with the great company of Henry Cavill and some fans when he did the Man of Steel watch party on Vero. And of course, a lot of us were kind of anticipating that there might be some kind of announcement that day because it had kind of started coming out a few days before that, some rumors on Twitter and social media from people that seemed to have known that there was going to be an announcement. And so it was really, like this, I'll just always remember it. It was really special. It was just like, I loved watching Man of Steel alongside, Zack's commentary and talking about the movie, of course, because that's always a fun thing to do. But of course, I was like, I kind of want to get to the end so we can see if there's actually going to be an announcement. And, for me, when Henry Cavill showed up, that for me was like shocking, but in a good way, because it made me feel like, okay, something is going to happen, because I don't understand. I mean, yeah, it's Man of Steel and it's a cool watch party, that Zack's doing for the fans and everything. But just the fact that he showed up unexpectedly and it was like a surprise, that to me kind of made me feel like something big was going to happen. And I was just like waiting just the whole time. I just remember being like, come on, just say something. And it was awesome to see them together. We hadn't seen them together in so long. And it's also cool that they had fans, join as well. But then during kind of like the questions and everything, Zack was talking about, well, if it was up to me, I would just, leave the thumb drive in a bathroom somewhere and hope someone would pick it up and it would get like leaked out, and he was kind of talking about, I would just show it, and I can't show the movie right now, there's so a lot to do. He was kind of going down this path where I had got my hopes up, and then all of a sudden I started getting like, oh my god, it's not an announcement, this is not going to happen, because he was kind of messing with us. And I was like, oh my god, I was about to be heartbroken. Like, I was honestly, I was getting like legitimately sad. And then Henry Cavill said, and I'll never forget, I reckon you should just show it. And I was like, oh my god, what's happening? And sure enough, when Zack was like, well, I don't have the movie, but I do have this. And then he turned it and he showed Zack Snyder's Justice League 2021 HBO Max. Like, what a moment. It was surreal, and it was awesome, and I'll never forget that. It was just the coolest thing. I'm so happy I was able to watch the watch party live that day, and I mean, it was just awesome. It was so, like, wow. First of all, seeing that title, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and knowing that, just finding out that was finally going to happen. It could have been like 2 more years, I don't care. I mean, to be honest, it was shocking that it was coming out the year after it was announced, which wasn't even a whole year. The announcement was May 20th, came out, the following March. And so it wasn't even a whole year. But, and at that time it kind of felt far away. But with how much, just knowing, I think, it didn't feel long, because we knew. And that was, I think, what so many fans had wanted all the years that we were campaigning for Release the Snyder Cut. We just wanted to know. It was just like, let us know. Just say something definitive. Make a decision. Don't just ignore it and pretend it's not happening. Don't ignore it and pretend that Zack didn't have a whole different movie. Don't ignore it and pretend like you guys lied to everybody and deceived everyone and took advantage. And don't ignore the fact that there is a whole version of this movie that you destroyed and kept Zack's name on it and lied to fans and deceived everybody. And the whole fact was that they just didn't want to acknowledge anything to do with it, except for the time that they came out and said it's a pipe dream, and it's never going to happen, and they don't plan on releasing Snyder Cut anytime soon. All of those things, that was really the only thing that they kind of responded in a way to the Release the Snyder Cut movement. And clearly those, they just, kind of put their foot in their mouth, and the fans and Zack won. So it was an awesome moment, and, I'll just always remember that hype of the time between the announcement and then leading up to the release of the movie. That hype and that excitement was peak. Like, I don't think anything will ever top that. I don't think I'll ever experience that again as a fan of something like this. Like, I'm gonna be super hyped for Rebel Moon, don't get me wrong, but this was just a unique experience in and of itself. I don't think anything will ever compare as far as like another movie releasing or something like that, you know? And just like the fan community that has grown so much over the years, and you know, all of the things, you know, just all of the things that have really built up to it over the years. And then just like seeing trailers for it during that time, and the little character like trailers that they released for each character leading up to it, I was just like on cloud nine. It was just, like I said, peak hype, peak excitement. Watching a trailer for it, that was super surreal. I was like, I cannot believe we're watching a trailer right now. Like, DC Fandom was the first time we got a full-length trailer, and it was so surreal. And seeing Darkseid and like all these things that we didn't get to see, and just that alone, that first trailer, that alone proved how different the theatrical version was from Zack's movie. Even just the pictures that Zack had been sharing on Vero over the years showed what a different movie it was, but finally seeing it in a trailer, you know, mind-blowing. And then all the other all the other teasers and trailers that we got to see leading up to it. The character ones were probably one of my favorite things as far as promotion for the movie. I really they were awesome. I remember they were quick. They were like 10 seconds and they were just super hyped up. I remember doing reactions for all of them, and I was just like, yes. It was just awesome. The whole thing was awesome. Watching it for the first time, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe when it started, and the music and seeing Superman. Like, I couldn't believe that I was about to watch it and that it was actually happening. So, and then I remember when Zack tweeted the logo and everything, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he was like, and he put with the tweet, "This is real," and it was just like, oh, you know, it was awesome. I will always just be super thankful for Zack Snyder's Justice League and for the whole experience in general and being part of the fan community. And no matter, you know, moving forward with DC, super thankful that we got to see this, and super thankful that Zack got to share it with us. And just, it becomes increasingly more valuable as time goes on, you know, things changing and everything. So really grateful for it. And it was awesome that, you know, they made it happen. It was magic. So gotta give a shout out, and you know, thank you guys for supporting me on my channel and listening to me rant and rave so much about Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder's movies and DC and Henry Cavill and all of that, you know, Superman. So yeah, it's been 3 years since we got the announcement for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It already feel like, it's crazy that it's already been 3 years. It doesn't feel like it, but I think it's because it's such a warm memory, you know, and it's really heartfelt. It doesn't feel like it's been that long already, but I'm going to continue to always appreciate it and always going to hold on to that. So thank you guys for watching. Check anything you might have missed recently. I uploaded an unboxing video recently if you missed that. And thank you guys for the support. See you soon.